That's when I won the Miss Ranchi. So for me,
Oh,
that was my
wow.
first beauty pageant. And then, you know how it is in the services and the exposure that we get. Also, not only to do with the upbringing and the discipline, but then there are so many activities for us, you know. So there was Make
Hmm.
Queen. I had started, there's a Face Hunt India Times model contest that I won also. I had started doing professional ramp modeling as well because I was a student in NIFT. So it just happened that all of it started coming together. And I had got, anyway, even before I applied for the Miss India, I had got a lot of stage experience because I was doing
I think
professional
Make
ramp
Queen,
modeling.
Nikita, Make Queen also, you must have been maximum 16 years old or something. I remember you were in
Bay
school,
Queen, I
if
was
I'm not wrong.
probably 18, 17 or 18, one
Huh.
of these two.
Yeah.
So, you
Yeah.
know, I started very early. So I had a lot of stage experience. So for me, it was very natural for me to then apply and try out for
Yeah.
the most coveted title, you know, the Miss India. So that's how it started. I stumbled upon it with Miss Ranji, but I won it. So, you know, with every contest that I appeared for and I started winning, that
Mhm.
is itself, you know, a confidence booster. So
Absolutely.
I won a few. I gained that experience. I had that confidence. So I said, let's go for the Miss India. It just
And
all of it just
yeah,
seemed to make
yeah,
sense for me.
absolutely. And I think all DSY Make Queens have become Miss India eventually. Shushmita has
Yes,
been there,
yes.
Neha has been there, lots of other girls, Tina has been there. So
We
so
we
many
we
girls.
seem to have that backing of these as well. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So tell us about the journey. Like after you got selected for the Miss India, how was your whole experience to be part of the college? Which year did you win, Nikita? It was
It
2003, right?
three. Yeah, I
Yeah,
won in 2003. So
right.
for me, it was. I actually remember the day of the pageant.
Yeah.
Before, what happens is we have this 1 month grooming. At least that at that point, it was 1 month
Yeah.
of grooming that we had, and obviously things were a little tense in the sense, it's a competition, and we all want to win, and there is
Yeah.
competition amongst girls. So you don't know what's
Yes.
going to happen, but everyone wants to win, and we're all aiming for the same title.
Right.
So there was this sense of competition. There was also a sense of camaraderie between all of us. But I remember the day of the pageant, the final event,
Mm.
my only one wish was that i hope I can make it to the Q&A. That's all. That was my only thing that I wished for. I said, because if you let me open my mouth, I can win your heart,
Yeah.
but give me that opportunity. Give me
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
opportunity to open my mouth. So that's actually how it was for me. And I remember I knew it, Lisa. That night I just had it. My gut told me that I'm going to win. And
Wow.
sometimes these things happen,
Wow.
sometimes they don't happen. It's just, but with that, it
Wow.
was it was very, very sure for me. Once I knew I've made it to the Q&A, then for me somehow it was a breeze, and I was very confident that night.
Yeah.
So I won. I had never traveled abroad. I was all of 19, and
Yeah.
then immediately, I think 2-3 days after that, I had to take my first trip abroad. So it actually opened up the entire
Now
world.
tell me one more thing. Like you joined the contest, one sudden night you become a Miss India, you're crowned a Miss India, you're all over the newspaper, everybody's talking about you. How was the whole feeling?
Initially, it doesn't sink in. It actually
Hmm.
doesn't, because you've been
Hmm.
working for it for so long that
Yeah.
when they announce, okay, fine, you get the trophy, you get the bouquet, you get the sash, you get the title, you get all of that.
Yeah.
But it
Uh,
it still takes time to sink in, because I remember that night I was watching the news, and my name was flashing, and
your heart must be
my
pounding
phone
to
was
walk. Yeah.
my phone was ringing. People who I
Yeah.
don't know, far, became far off relatives and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it,
Yeah.
it was
I
heartwarming, but
watched the
it took
contest.
time.
I watched the contest. I
Okay.
always do every time. Yeah. And
you
I
know
knew you will win. I knew you will win. I still remember telling your mother when I met you in DSY Make Win, this girl will make it to the Miss India. You have to make her join Miss India. I still remember that.
ah you're someone who's been in the industry for so long. You can tell. You take a
Yeah.
look at one person, you can tell.
Touch
And
wood. Yeah.
actually, since you mentioned this used to happen with me. I don't know, 14, 15. And I remember this,
Yeah.
I used to watch other pageants, not the ones that I'm participating in, but I would
Right.
know who would win.
Yeah.
So even
Wow.
at such a young age, I was able to I also had that eye for it. I was able to spot it.
I
So
guess
I
you're a
think
very passionate person towards this whole thing.
Absolutely. It's something that is, just it's ingrained very deep, I suppose, with the experience that, one gains. And of course, working in the industry, you have a sense of the industry insights also. So for me,
Absolutely.
everything changed when I won the title. I started,
Yeah.
also the thing is that you're so young and you suddenly start meeting and interacting with industry people who are way older than you.
Yeah.
So, it opens up, it throws up a whole new world for you instantly.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely. You're a
it's
star suddenly. One overnight, you're a star.
everyone
Everywhere.
wants to work with you.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's calling you because they want to work with you. So it's really it's been an amazing experience. It's been
Yeah.
a wonderful platform, that I got the opportunity to be at and to win, and then to further take
Absolutely.
that forward. So I will be remembered for that. Every Miss India winner will be remembered for being a Miss India.
Forever.
You know,
You're
it's
you're
written
in
down
the
in the history books now.
you're a history, absolutely.
It's written down,
You're a
right?
historical figure. Yeah. So
Yes.
now
So,
tell me how, yeah, go ahead and then
hmm.
we'll ask you how was your journey on the whole preparation for Miss World and how was the whole experience over there?
So for me, I went for the Miss Universe, not the Miss World, because at that time the winner
Yeah,
went
yeah.
for Miss Universe. Over the years, there have been a lot of changes that have
Changes. Yeah.
come about. That itself was another totally unique experience, if I can say so. Because again, you've got the entire universe under one roof
Yeah.
for that year, and the kind of people you meet, the cultures you're exposed to, because everyone is bringing a little bit of their culture, a little bit of their country, a little bit of who they are, and you interact with them. But it's at such a huge platform, that
Wow.
itself is a totally different universe altogether.
Wow. And
So
how many
it's
contestants
wonderful.
were there? Which
From
year
what I
and where
remember,
was it? Yeah.
it was about 75 or so, around 75 or
Which
so.
country did you,
This was
where was your?
Panama. This was in
Oh,
Panama.
wow. Also, such
So
a wonderful country you went to.
absolutely, and all across, across the
Yeah,
globe, halfway across the
yeah,
globe.
yeah.
It's
So your visas are not done very quickly, is it? Like when you're supposed to travel and things like that.
Yes, because that I think is something that the pageant
Looks after.
organization takes. Yes, that's something that
Uh,
they take care of, because you're the reigning title winner,
Miss
beauty
India.
pageant, right, owner.
Plus,
So
and
that's
you
something that
must
they
be
take care of.
traveling a lot to many cities as a, like basically as a celebrity everywhere. That's what they do after Miss India. I know that, you guys
Yes,
go
for
to
the for the for the first 1 year.
showstopper.
Yes, for
Yeah.
the first 1 year, we literally don't have time to breathe,
Yeah.
because we are traveling extensively, not only within the country, but outside the country as well. There are a lot of
Yes. Yes.
international
Events.
assignments that
Yes.
we keep getting as well. So the first year is actually jam packed, very very busy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we carry on doing a lot of training and things like that for the contest, I guess, also. That's what
Hmm,
they must have
hmm,
done.
hmm,
Things are
hmm,
like
hmm.
I know about the whole rigmarole. It's more for the student that they get to know
Actually,
what
the
it
thing
is.
is, for me personally, what I felt was that I felt, and this is just my opinion, I felt that the Miss India preparation was very rigorous
Hmm.
compared to the one for the international
Miss World,
pageant.
Miss
Yeah,
Universe.
Miss Universe in my
How long
case.
did you get it? How many months did you get in between your Miss India and Miss Universe?
Probably three,
Okay.
three
Yeah,
or
because
three or
Miss
four,
World happens in
three or
November. Miss
four.
Universe happens sometimes
Miss
in.
Universe was, I think, some either April or May.
Oh, oh,
Either
then you
April or
didn't.
May it was, and
Then you
thirty
didn't get
first of
much
Jan is
time
when
at
I
all.
won. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So after you came back from Miss Universe, you anyways become a world figure by then, and you come back to the country after your contest. So how was the journey after that?
After that, it was there's so much to do. So what
Yeah,
do you want to do?
yeah,
In the sense, after the first year, then it's your call. What do you want to
yeah,
do? Do you want to continue with ramp? Do you want to get into print? Do you want
yeah.
to get into films? Do you want to go
Right,
back to studies? Then
right.
that call is entirely yours.
Totally, yes. Right.
So, but the thing is that because you've earned this title, then a lot of opportunities in the glamour industry open up for you naturally.
Right. Absolutely.
So for me, of course, I did a lot of ramp. Um,
Yeah.
But I got bored of ramp, because for me, I need to engage my personality. If I'm not thinking, if I'm not on my feet, I get
Yeah.
bored. You know,
Yeah.
if something is not challenging for me, then I need to move on to something else. So very quickly, very early in my career, I moved on to television presenting and anchoring.
I
Anchoring I
remember.
still do. Presenting
Yeah.
also I've done.
Yeah.
But because of COVID, there's been
Yeah. Yeah.
a
Of
little bit of a
course.
break.
Of course. Of course. Yeah. 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 So you used to do a lot of, I remember, shows for the film industry also. You were anchoring a lot of film industry, sports industry shows also,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Live
yes,
live
yes, yes,
shows.
yes,
Live shows.
yes.
I still remember that. Yeah. So it's
Live shows I
like,
still do. I still host them.
yeah. So 1 year, the whole process is that 1 year you cannot go back to education. You got to be in Bombay
No.
and you got to be doing things exactly what they did.
There's, because there are also, from, if you look at it from the organization's perspective, and the sponsors, there are also a lot of commitments for the title winner.
Right.
Then there's also, it's not only shoots, there's also a lot of charity work that is done by way of
Yes.
associations,
Right.
monetarily not so much so, but giving your voice, lending your time to so many charitable organizations as well, which I think is
Right.
very, very important,
Absolutely.
especially for the youth, to start early.
Absolutely.
I think is very
Absolutely.
important. So that's also part of that one year.
Absolutely. So what tell us any of your very interesting episode during your Miss India, I mean something which is really you remember during your training period of that 1 month, and we'll talk about something during the Miss World, Miss Universe training period, something unique or somebody you met which was very interesting, which you feel has kept to your heart, and you'll remember it for your life, something, any such experience.
I think what I still remember about the Miss India, and when we were preparing for it, for me, I think the one image that does not leave my mind is the focus and the attention that was given on Q&A. For me,
Yes.
even as a person, as an individual, for me, Q&A, the way you communicate, what you're saying, what you're choosing not to say, I think that is the most important thing. People don't think of that, So for me, I
Absolutely.
think the focus was more on your personality. Who are you as a person?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you're an ambassador for your country for that year.
Absolutely.
So for me, whenever I think back on the preparation and the grooming, this is the one point that always comes back to me. Like I was telling you earlier as well, right? My only one wish was, just choose me amongst the, I don't know, top 15. Just get me to the first Q&A. Uske baad it's a role, but get me there, which is why that was always my wish.